Welcome to Science Talks with Isagenix, where different scientists, nutritionists, research, and health experts break down the science behind Isagenix products. My name is Taylor Malham. I am an Isagenix nutritionist and on the product education team. And today I am so excited about this episode because not only are we bringing you the classic audio element to this podcast, but we're also trying something new. We are offering a visual element as well. So not only can you listen to it, but you can also watch it as well. I am a podcast lover, so I love watching my podcasts as well as listening to them. So we thought we would give this a try, see what you guys think. So be sure to give us your feedback. But not only am I excited about this new experience for the official Isagenix podcast, I am so excited because today we are talking about a brand new product, Nootropic Elixir. So this is a great day, so exciting. To talk about this new product, we had to bring in the big guns. So we brought in Dr. Joshua Plant, who is our Chief Science Officer, to kind of break down all the ingredients and really share with you why this product is so amazing. But before I get to kind of his background and to the conversation, I want to first let you guys know where you can learn more about this new product, because I know you're going to be running to get your hands on all the information about this product after hearing what Dr. Plant has to say. So your number one tool is the Isagenix Nootropic Elixir Toolkit, which can be found at isagenixbusiness.com in the resources section, or go to isagenixbusiness.com/nootropic, which is spelled Nootropic. Nootropic. So check it out there. There is ingredients, articles, imagery, shareables, everything you need to know to really learn about this product and share about it as well. Now, a little bit about our guest today, Dr. Joshua Plant. He is our Chief Science Officer. He has a PhD in biomedical sciences from Harvard University. He is such a well-respected voice in the health and sciences arena, and he really does everything here at Isagenix in regards to our products, product innovation, product quality, all of it. So he is a true health, wellness, nutrition, science expert, and we are so excited to have him on the show today to talk all about the ingredients, the science behind this new product, and why you are going to love it. Now let's get to today's conversation. Welcome, Dr. Plant.
Hey, thanks, Taylor. Good to be here again.
Well, we have an exciting day today, don't we?
We do.
We're talking about a brand new, exciting product, Nootropic Elixir. How do you say it, nootropic or nootropic?
Well, tomato, just kind of depends. I've heard both ways. I usually say nootropic.
Me too.
But I've heard others say it.
I think it sounds cooler like that. Well, I am actually going to try Nootropic Elixir for the first time here. You may have another if you'd like.
Absolutely.
So we have a full box here. Okay. Here it is. Look at that.
We'll do the cheers.
Yeah. So for our listeners, we are trying a Nootropic Elixir. It comes in this sleek, beautiful bottle. If you've seen collagen elixir or adaptogen elixir, very similar, but totally different ingredients that we'll talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little ASMR for you. Ooh, that's nice. Kind of lightly berry. How would you describe it?
Good.
Yeah.
So I need a few more nootropic elixirs before I get poetic in describing a flavor. But no, it is actually this. Speaking of taste, right? This was probably in my 12 years of formulating products at a very high level. This has been the most challenging one to taste. It took us about 26 iterations to get to this level.
Like the bitterness of the herbs, all of that.
Yeah. And the one thing that I love to kind of hang Isagenix hat on is we shouldn't make supplementation a chore. Right? If you have to wake up and you're like, oh, I got to do this. Odds are it's not going to be sustainable. Like, how beautiful is it at Isagenix that we make supplementation like something you look forward to? Like, when I wake up in the morning, it's like countdown to the shake. Like, it's countdown to the Nootropic Elixir. Like, you look forward to that moment to where it's like a little treat to get healthier.
No, I think that's actually the trick. Like, 100%. No matter what it is, you're not going to do it unless you look forward to it. Okay, well, let's get down to the hard-hitting science here, Dr. Plant.
All right.
I know there are a lot of people out there who are hearing about this product, and they're like, what is nootropic?
Yeah.
Is this a word? Is this something we made up? Can you kind of explain what a nootropic is?
Yeah, so nootropics kind of came on the scene in the 60s. Really what that is things that would increase your focus and cognitive performance. And over that time, obviously, we've learned more and more that there are natural botanicals that can help in us improving our focus and concentration as well. And that kind of spurred this nootropic movement, which is really just a group of botanicals or products or supplements that can help enhance your cognitive performance and focus, both in the short term as well as in the long term. And that's what we've worked on with this.
So natural supplement designed to enhance cognitive performance. That's kind of how you would say this in a
Absolutely. Right. So, this is designed for 18 and older, but let's say my 16-year-old daughter was 18 or older. When she'd get ready to take a test, I'd say, hey, pop one of these before. And the little distractions that might be happening or the little bit of typos that you might be doing in your essays, you'd be more likely to correct those types of things when you are taking a nootropic product.
Hence the tagline, fuel your focus.
Fuel your focus. I like that.
I'm guessing you didn't come up with that one.
No. Yeah, mine would be a lot less
poetic.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, let's kind of get into this product now. So what are some of the key ingredients that really have that nootropic effect?
Yeah, and so there's like no one thing. There's obviously some things that are kind of your home run ingredients in here, but this is really designed to kind of work together in a variety of different ways. So one, for example, like we have, caffeine helps create alertness and focus. There's nothing really novel about caffeine. In fact, most of you are probably sipping some form of caffeine, and as you're listening to this, you're like, I got to listen to a scientist for 10 minutes. Better take some caffeine to prep for it.
No, they're just trying to focus.
Yeah, focus, yeah. But really what that is that's not necessarily increasing your focus. It's inhibiting your tiredness. And those are kind of two different things. So, for example, the way caffeine works is it mimics adenosine, which is the signal that binds to certain receptors in your brain that say, hey, it's time to go to sleep or it's time to be tired. And so caffeine is very similar to adenosine, and so it competes for those receptor spots. So you're less likely to be tired. But that doesn't mean that you are more focused, per se. Excuse me. And so with that, we have a very unique extract of green tea that is in here. And this is enriched in certain types of phytocompounds, phyto meaning plant, phytocompounds, that in preclinical studies, they have been able to show that individuals who take this actually have markedly better performance in cognitive assays. So, like, for example, the ones that you usually see on, like, social media or, like, word plays is they'll be like, the cow went over to the stall. And it would say the word the twice. And you sit there and you read it a dozen times and you don't notice the word the in there twice. And so what they did is there's a variety of different assays like that, where they write the word blue, but it's in red font. All of these things that our minds just don't pick up on. And they find that individuals who took this type of green tea extract were more likely to detect those types of grammatical errors or be better at saying, hey, this is actually the color blue, even though it's written in red font or whatever it might be. And these types of studies have been used for years. In fact, a lot of these studies are used to help people, as you're kind of in cognitive decline in your older years to quantify that. And so they find that in the preclinical studies, individuals are performed markedly better in that using this extract. So that is one of these great home run ingredients. But we also have like phosphatidylserine, where that sounds like kind of crazy, but really what that is those are what your cell membranes are made up of in your neural cells. And so you're replenishing a lot of those things that are degraded and attacked by free radicals in your brains over time. And so you're providing that short-term boost of focus, also the absence of tiredness, increased focus, but you're also supplementing for long-term brain health as well. So it's a great daily thing.
That's the coolest thing about this product. We've done a lot of competitive research, and it feels like there's either products that are designed to support that long-term brain health or products designed to kind of support that in the moment cognitive performance. And so this one kind of combines the two in a sleek and sexy format to do both.
Yeah, absolutely. And so to me, it's I always kind of tell everyone, like, when I think of Isagenix, hopefully, it's great tasting products. But the three mantras that really should surround, and when people think Isagenix, really what I hope they think of is proven results, natural, and convenient. And so those three things is like all of a sudden we've taken this complexity of brain health and focus and all of these different things, and it's now down into one very convenient, sleek thing that you can do, take it 30 minutes before a test, or even if you don't have a test, take it every day for long-term brain health.
And for that daily performance too. I mean, I think we could all use a little bit of that. And so I think that kind of answers the question, what makes this product different from other products on the market, right?
Yeah.
It's the combination, the sleek, cool format, the taste.
Yes, and as well as just the amount of research that's gone behind this.
Natural, wonderful, amazing products. Okay, so who would you say this product is for? So you mentioned, before a test, before a big thing. Is there anybody else who our listeners could kind of pinpoint, like, oh, this could be a great product for that person?
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but there are certain things where I think a lot of times we don't realize just how challenging our days are because we just don't have that focus with us. And it's kind of the mundane tasks of all of a sudden, you find yourself kind of daydreaming, or you're trying to write an email and you're like, why is this 7-sentence email taking me a half hour to do? And I keep getting distracted. I find myself going to my phone every 3 sentences or whatever it might be, of that power of that focus that brings to you. And so it's not just like your students, college students where I've got a test today, but just how much more efficient we'd be throughout the day when we have that increased focus. And I'm sure we've all experienced moments of that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll wake up in the morning and all of a sudden I'm super ambitious. My wife will look out and she's like, whoa, you just mowed the lawn, you did this. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what that spark of focus was on that Saturday morning, but I loved it, right? That 3 hours where you just kind of plow through things. And this hopefully gets us a little bit more of those 3-hour moments of just hyper focus in our lives to be more efficient at everything we're doing. And what I love, right? Because at the end of the day, when we look back and we realize how much we have accomplished, I always feel like that is the most rewarding times. And when we haven't done a lot and you're kind of like, what have I done today? And you're like, I've been busy, but what have I accomplished? Like, that just drains on you. And so being able to be a little bit more focused to where when we look back and you're like, I've been busy and I've accomplished a lot, it's such a rewarding feeling.
So it's that productivity and then plus that benefit for just long-term brain health.
Oh, absolutely, right? Like, that's where I look at it. Obviously, this product is designed for 18 plus, right, with the caffeine and so forth. But it is something like, I think it keeps all of us up at night, right? We're seeing more and more people that are like, whoa, I want to live as long of a healthy life as possible.
Yeah.
And it's, not only do I need to exercise and rest and all these things that are important for brain health, but there are certain things that we can do to supplement that help with it as well.
And I think that's exactly what Isagenix is here for. How would you recommend using it? So right before an event or more daily?
Yeah, take them each day is probably the best thing to do, but you could take up to 2 a day. So, take one in the morning, and then if you find yourself at 2 o'clock where you're like, I got to power through a meeting, you can take another. I'd avoid taking them in the evening because there is caffeine. So
about 80 milligrams.
Yep, 80 milligrams, about a cup of coffee equivalent. So, not over the top what you see, like a lot of energy drinks where it's like 300. And this is something that's important. A lot of people out there that have nootropics, really what they do is they just put what is the legally allowable limit of caffeine in per serving, which is 300 milligrams. And so don't be mistaken. That's not a nootropic. That is just a hyper caffeine stimulant that gets to you where you're jittery or, everything else. We've applied a significant amount of science to this to where it is, significantly, like 20% of the amount of what those other ones are of caffeine, but providing you an amazing amount of benefit.
With targeted ingredients to really help do that other half of it. Okay, Dr. Plant, so what would you like to leave our listeners with about this product?
I think when people take this, they realize, oh my goodness, right? Like, I have that little bit of that edge that I didn't have before. And as I go back, what I love about that is that translates into so many other areas of your life to where you're patting yourself on the back a little bit more of what you've accomplished. And when the world right now, it seems like it's designed to still our focus, everything from, social media to this podcast to you name it, everything is gaining for our attention. How cool is it to where we have a little bit of supplementation to where we dictate where our attention goes rather than just being a victim of where our attention is pulled from? And so I think it's worth giving people a shot to try and hopefully you get a little bit brighter blues in your life,
Sounds perfect. Well, thank you, Dr. Plant, for being here. Thank you to our listeners and now watchers for tuning in and listening to this conversation. So thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks, everyone.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.